Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us to learn more about CERSI, or Summer Institute. I'm Dana Wakefield, and my family and I have attended 4 in-person Summer Institutes and 1 virtual. I'm a member of the SI Planning Council, and I'm co-chair to Carolyn Stevens. Whether you've attended many times or just considering your first visit, I hope you will get a lot out of this presentation.
I've heard it called family camp, hippie camp, church camp, and summer camp. It's all of those things and more. Summer Institute, or SI, is an intentional, intergenerational community that gets created and recreated each summer as we come together as Unitarian Universalists. It's a vacation week to learn new things, relax, play, and connect with others. It's a time to experience new ideas and share your knowledge of things that interest you. It's a place for relaxed conversations with old friends and for meeting new people. It's immersing yourself in music, conversation, worship, and friendship. As we walk through this presentation, you're going to see a lot of programming and worship opportunities designed to appeal to a large variety of people in our community. Don't let it stress you out. While there are a lot of different things to do, there's also plenty of time for quiet reflection and introspection. At Summer Institute, we each create our own balance of activity and peace. It's important for us to review the SI Covenant together as it outlines the responsibilities and expectations of every member of our community. We value the Summer Institute magic that we co-create for 1 week every year, so we promise to treat every individual and their gifts with gratitude, make space for the creative and unexpected delights we might share with the community, offer a generosity of spirit to each other as we make mistakes or are disappointed. We value the expectation of mutuality, so we promise to model and respect healthy boundaries so that our diverse community is safe for all. Develop and maintain a heart of service by generously contributing our gifts to the many ministries that make up the whole of SI. Treat our host space and community with respect. Be open to the changes that we need to make to live into this covenant and in our vision for the future. We value the need for equity, so that our community can be more intentionally inclusive, so we promise to continually be attentive and respond to our various needs, financial, physical, mental, so that SI is accessible to all who want to join this special community. Create a culture of radical hospitality. Create systems to ensure that we follow through on the changes that will make our community more inclusive. We value the call for justice, so we promise to create opportunities for service to the wider community as part of the week's activities. Question barriers to inclusion within our SI community that we may not yet recognize. We value compassion, so we promise that when any of us are out of covenant, we will provide and participate in reconciliation processes so we can make our way back into covenant. Let's look at our agenda. We're going to start today with a tour to the new to all of us Cal U campus, followed by a look at dining and housing options. Next up will be programming, worship, and activities. A very important part of Summer Institute is doing all we can to make sure that financial issues don't get in the way of attending. So we'll discuss costs as well as ways to save money, work off some of the costs, and apply for scholarships. We know that COVID is on everyone's mind, so we will review current UUA protocols and their anticipated impact for this summer. Finally, all of those questions that you have been saving can be asked, and please don't hold back. We'll follow up on any question we cannot answer today as soon as possible. SI is moving to a brand new location this year. After years at Kenyon and then Oberlin colleges in Ohio, we're headed to Cal U, soon to be renamed Pennsylvania Western University, California campus. Cal U is roughly an hour's drive south of Pittsburgh, situated on almost 300 acres on the Monongahela River. This is going to be a first-time event, even for repeat campers, as we're all new to this location and all it has to offer. A few areas of interest are highlighted here. In this slide, you see parking around the perimeter of the campus. At the top, toward the center, and indicated with a purple flag, is the Natali Student Center, which will be a primary hub of SI activity. Our 2 dorms are adjacent to the Natali Center, making for a quick walk to meals, worship, and the bookstore. The Convocation Center and Concert Hall are also a short walk, golf cart, or bike ride away. Here's another quick view of the campus. Again, you see the Natali Student Center highlighted with a purple flag and flanked by our 2 dorms. Parking, the Convocation Center, and Concert Hall are also marked. On our third and final map, you will see that almost all of the SI activities take place a short distance from where our main housing is located. Worship, theme talks, seminars, and workshops are all scheduled in various buildings around the main quad. Most attendees walk or ride bikes between those locations, but SI does provide golf cart transportation for those needing a ride between buildings. If your mobility needs are greater, you'll be able to bring your own or rent a personal mobility scooter. The yellow arrows on this map indicate accessible routes suitable for mobility scooters, golf carts, and bicycles, while the red circles indicate flights of stairs connecting areas of campus. If you've not been to SI before, you should know that it's very bicycle friendly. You will see kids and adults, helmets on, biking around campus throughout the day. Let's look at some of the buildings we will be using during the week. The Natali Student Center will be one of the primary hubs of activity for us this summer. The first floor offers a movie theater and a lot of seating for playing games or having small group conversations. An on-site coffee shop offers coffee drinks, smoothies, and snacks for purchase. The second floor hosts the Gold Rush Dining Hall and a large area with a lot of seating that we can use for registration, playing peek, and hosting the bookstore. There are also gathering spaces with couches for group conversations. Finally, there's a performance center where we will have worship services, opening and closing ceremonies, and the theme speaker talks. The building has elevators and gender-neutral facilities. The Convocation Center overlooks the Monongahela River. It has great outdoor spaces, including a fountain play area that will be available at specific times for kids to play with parental supervision. Many of the daily seminars and workshops will be held in this building. Rooms have video, audio, and streaming capabilities to integrate with our smartphone app. More on that later. So we can stream worship and some workshops and seminars to those who attend virtually. Late night, adults will enjoy the pub, where you can buy alcoholic beverages, play trivia, dance, or join an impromptu band or sing-along. We expect to see volleyball games held in the arena and anticipate that the hospitality rooms, some of which have full kitchens and large video screens, will be great gathering places for youth and young adult programming. But wait, there's more. We'll cover the dorms in another slide, but before we move on, I want to briefly mention some of the other amenities. If you have one, be sure to bring a hammock to connect to the existing poles in the hammock village. Bring your video game system to connect to the large video screens in the common areas of the residence halls. And the 94-acre SAI farm, which is open from dawn to dusk, offers disc golf, a cross-country trail, a pavilion and picnic area, nature trails, and a fitness circuit course. Our group will be in 2 dorms, Johnson Hall and Carter Hall. Both are adjacent to the Natali Student Center. Each residence hall has common areas for socializing, including lounges with large screen TVs and media players. Residence halls also have full kitchen areas with comfortable seating, plus rec rooms with pool tables, ping pong, and foosball. As far as security, pass cards are required to enter the building and to enter your assigned hallway wing. A staffed front desk will help with access when you leave your key card in your room by mistake. Finally, there will be multiple affinity wings to help keep the peace and quiet when desired. Examples include wings for adults only, young adults, youth, early birds and night owls, as well as those who crave quiet and those who would prefer to be around other parents and families. The news most past attendees want to hear is that all rooms have air conditioning and that it is controlled in each room. In addition, each room has its own private bath. No more greeting the rest of your hallmates in your PJs and morning face as you head to and from the bathroom. Wi-Fi is available throughout the campus, dorms included. Most of the rooms are single rooms with 2 twin beds and a private bath. Up to 2 children or youth may sleep on the floor. If you have a roommate, just let us know when you register and you'll be housed together. If you want us to pair you with someone, let us know that too. There are a few quad rooms for friend groups or larger families. These are 4 single rooms joined together with 2 bathrooms and a common area. Finally, a single occupancy room is also a choice. Meals will be in the Gold Rush Dining Hall, where ingredients and nutritional values are clearly listed at each station. Food options at Cal-U include home styles, offering themed meals such as Cajun, Thai, or Indian cuisine. At the Clarity Station, made-to-order meals are free of the 8 major allergens. The Roots Station is designed for vegetarians and vegans with options like vegetable fajitas, wild rice stuffed peppers, and Korean tofu. Trattoria offers a wide range of classic and specialty pizza and pasta options. Every sandwich is made to order at the Carvery Deli and served on fresh-baked artisan bread. You can also find premium salads and house-made kettle chips. Fresh beef and vegetarian burgers, grilled chicken, grilled cheese, and homemade tomato soup is available at the Craft Grill Station. The Yinzer Station offers all-you-can-eat Pittsburgh-style sandwiches and salads, topped with French fries and loaded pierogies, among other local specialties. And the Gelato and Bakery stations will satisfy your sweet tooth at each meal. Check out the online menu for Gold Rush Dining Hall for weekly menus. At Summer Institute, your day begins when you want it to. The day officially starts at 7 a.m. when the dining hall opens for breakfast. But you can sleep a little later, choosing instead to gather for morning worship at 8:30 or hold off even longer and wait to join the theme talk at 9:30. Your kids will be covered after breakfast through lunch at RE or in youth programming. At 10:30 a.m., it's time for your morning seminar if you choose to attend, followed by lunch from 12 to 1:30. Afternoons offer a series of workshops in the early and late afternoon, followed by dinner from 5 to 6:30. After dinner, we have more intergenerational evening activities each night of the week. These are family-friendly for the community at large. The evening worship service, or Vespers, is at 8:30 p.m. with childcare available. Finally, from 9:30 to midnight, after the kids are in bed, there's evening programming for adults as well as youth and young adults. Let's explore some of these activities and events in a little more detail. There are family-friendly morning worship services Monday through Friday, led by ministers and lay leaders from around the region. Childcare is offered during evening worship services, or Vespers, which are led by ministers and lay leaders, the youth, or the young adults, depending on the evening. Music is supplied by our SI choir and the folk orchestra, either of which would love to have you as a member for the week. Additional worship and Vespers services, specifically for the youth and young adults, are also offered throughout the week. After morning worship, Once the kids are escorted to their RE classrooms and the youth gather for their programming, the theme speaker begins. This year's speaker, Kazim Ali, was born in the United Kingdom and has lived in the United States, Canada, India, France, and the Middle East. His books include poetry, novels, and translations. He's currently a professor of literature at UC San Diego. His newest books include a memoir of his Canadian childhood called Northern Light, Power, Land, and the Memory of Water. Kazim's foray into young adult literature is being met with praise for its inclusivity and rejection of gender norms. In his Choose Your Own Adventure book, The Citadel of Whispers, readers can choose the protagonist's gender based on how they identify. Nothing in the book, not the illustrations, language, or even the character's hair or clothing, puts the main character in any specific gender box. Kazim will be giving a theme talk each weekday morning, followed by an afternoon talkback, small group conversation, where the day's theme can be discussed in greater detail. Our children's program offers a variety of activities specifically designed for the children to create their own Summer Institute magic. They meet separately and together in various age groups from infants through those entering the 6th grade. Children who have completed the 6th grade have the option of participating in either the youth program or the children's program. All children can attend morning worship with their parents. Afterward, they go to the Children's Center to participate in a variety of activities, including arts and crafts, games and stories, and music until noon. There is also care for the nursery-aged children in a comfortable, safe environment. Morning seminars run Monday through Friday for approximately 90 minutes and give you a chance to dive deeply into a topic of interest with a smaller group of people. These courses may be intellectual, spiritual, creative, physical, or a combination thereof. The content builds from day to day, with participants attending the same seminar all week. Please take some time before registering to review the available seminars, as you will need to have a first and second choice selected when you register. You can find all seminars listed on the CERSI website. One popular afternoon activity involves retreating to your room for a nap or to the hammock village or another outdoor space with a good book or a good friend. For those who want structured programming, there are workshops offered in the early and late afternoon. In the early afternoon, we'll have body art, choir, tie-dye, arts and crafts, and writing and music workshops. In the late afternoon, we offer crafting with shrinky dinks, water play on the lawn, more in-depth discussion with our theme speaker, tie-dye, and folk orchestra. There's also a very popular 21 and over cocktail making and tasting workshop offered each day, so that everyone, including parents, can choose their own adventure in the afternoons. Childcare is available for the late afternoon sessions. Evening activities start after evening vespers and vary by night. While some activities are still in the planning stages and not ready to be formally announced, others are staples that are enjoyed year after year, such as our community dance, Monte Carnival, Ice Cream Social, and Peak, a UU card game where everyone is a winner, as long as someone remembers to bring the dice. We'll be having our first ever SI service auction this year, where you will be able to bid on donated items and events to support the scholarship fund. And we will, as usual, have the small ensembles concert, a poetry open mic reading, and trivia and music at the pub. Music is a huge part of Summer Institute. There are many formal and organized musical events and activities, from choirs to orchestras. There are many less formal activities as well, as people join together outside or in the pub to play guitar and sing, or gather for an informal drumming session on the lawn. Bring your voice, your ears, and your instrument. If you want to be involved in music at SI, you will have many opportunities. If you're a longtime SI participant, be ready to see some changes this summer. We will have a new choir director for the adult and children's choir, and a new organizer for small ensembles. We also have some great music-themed morning seminars, including the awesomeness of drumming and the banjo, from instrument of oppression to tool for justice. In the early afternoon, we have a workshop about resistance songs as music for the revolution. Joining the youth ranks at Summer Institute is a special thing. It's a lot more freedom from one's parents or guardians, and involvement in activities planned and run by the youth themselves. Youth entering grades 7 through 9 will room with their parents in whatever wing their parents choose. Youth entering grades 10 to 12 have the option to room with friends on the youth wing, though parents must also stay on that wing. Youth programming starts at 9:40 each morning with their own theme talk, followed by mandatory morning workshops of their choosing. Lunch is followed by the same intergenerational afternoon workshops that everyone else can attend, and the youth will help to run the tie-dye, body art, and art in the afternoon activities. After dinner, youth again join in on intergenerational evening activities like the community dance, ice cream social, movie night, and peak card game. Those activities are followed by dedicated youth evening vespers and late night youth-only programming like the Coffee House, a youth talent show. Each year, the youth also research and choose their own theme speaker. Youth meet with their speaker each morning, followed by youth-centered morning workshops. This summer's youth speaker is Angie Hayes, an award-winning singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, composer, and producer. Hayes fearlessly shares her vulnerability as a way to enlighten and connect people. Her own story of survival never fails to influence change. Hayes and another musician collaborated with Miller South Performing Arts School in Akron on a project to raise awareness about the importance of the arts in education. For the project, the artists worked with students on a production that used Hayes's music as a foundation. It featured dance, art, music, and drama, illustrating how the disciplines complement one another for a well-rounded education. Whether you're 18 and freshly bridged from the youth program, or pushing 35 and working your way into the general adult community, a first-timer or a veteran, the Young Adult program has something for you. Young adults have the option of attending all week or coming for only a long weekend, Thursday evening through Saturday. Young Adult worships meet at night after evening programming and are aimed at providing meaningful worship to the young adult community, though all are welcome to attend. After 2 years virtual, the young adults are regrouping this year, and much programming is still under discussion. They are recruiting campership positions to make plans for programming this year's SI. We encourage all young adults to reach out to Caitlin or Dallin at youngadults@cersiuu.org for more information. We know there are people who will want to attend virtually for a variety of reasons, and we're offering a hybrid SI for the first time ever. People who cannot join in person will be able to use our Whova app, the same app we've used for virtual SI the past 2 years, to attend worship services, theme talk sessions, some seminars and workshops, and our small discussion groups called CERSICles, all from home. Whova puts the schedule in your smartphone, allowing you to save events to your personal agenda and get reminders of where you want to be and when. It fosters community conversations through photo sharing, polls, and chat groups. And if you miss a scheduled virtual event or want to replay a discussion you heard, you can watch the recordings of it later. And for those at Cal U, when being in person is just too, people-y, you can head to the Hammock Village, your room, or a nearby nature path, pop in your earbuds, and still enjoy a worship service or other event while being a bit more socially distanced. CERSICles were introduced to SI in 2020, the first year we went virtual, and have been very popular among their participants. Some groups have even continued to meet long after SI was over. CERSicles are small groups that offer you a chance to connect daily with others and build relationships with people outside of your immediate congregation. Each group has a facilitator to coordinate meeting times, make introductions, and help guide conversation. Groups meet at the same time throughout the week, with many different time slots available to include everyone who wishes to attend. There will also be virtual groups to accommodate those joining from home. Groups will have the opportunity to meet virtually before SI to get to know one another prior to heading to Cal U. The move to Cal U has brought an increase in costs, along with an increase in the quality of lodging, facilities, and dining options. A single adult rooming on their own can expect to pay about $760 for the week, including all programming and 3 meals a day. The same for an adult or a youth would be about $640, and a child $335 to $515, depending on whether they're sleeping on the floor or in a bed. You can see the prices for each category of camper on the slide here, and visit the online cost estimator on the CERSI website for an idea of what it would cost your family to attend. There are, however, several ways to save. I struggled for 2 years to get my kids out of bed in time to eat breakfast before morning worship. I gave up and decided to skip breakfast in our meal plan. I will save $44 a person this year and greatly reduce morning bickering about meals paid for but not eaten, and children who would rather sleep than eat. My kids have been floor sleepers since day one at SI. Now 13 and 10, they still enjoy sleeping on the floor with camp mats and sleeping bags. My family has also taken advantage of camperships by working to make the SI magic happen. I was the newsletter editor for 3 years, and now I'm a member of the SI Planning Council. There are still jobs open for this summer's session. We're looking for RE teachers from pre-K through grade 2, childcare while parents attend evening vespers, and an online coordinator to help our virtual attendees get connected. All of these jobs offer camperships to help offset the cost of attending. Applications are closing soon, so if you're interested, apply right away. Sometimes skipping breakfast and adding a job still isn't enough. The SI Scholarship Committee works very hard to be able to provide scholarships to those who need them. We especially encourage first-timers to apply, and we give them first consideration, but all attendees may apply and will be considered. We know this can be a sensitive topic for some people, so all information shared during the application process will remain strictly confidential.
Hi, my name is Kim Murphy, and I am a longtime SI attendee. I love SI. I love everything about it. My favorite thing is the people who go. They're awesome. It's my tribe, and I feel completely at home there. I belong to the Kent Church, and I live in Talmadge, and I have 3 children, all of whom went through all the levels at SI. I have been on the committee as well as golf cart driver and registrar, and today I'm chatting with you with my scholarship fundraising hat on. I work with Chrissy Brannon, and Leah Humphreys is our liaison from the committee, and we would love to see anyone who wants to apply for scholarships. We want to grow our community, and that means making it available to anybody who's interested, and our scholarship funds do just that. You can apply by finding a link on the CERSI website, and it's not a very intensive process to apply, and it needs just to be done by May 31st. So please consider applying for a scholarship if that's the way you'd like to go. We would love to welcome you to our community.
One way we try to keep costs down is by asking all young adults and adult participants to sign up for a 2-hour volunteer work shift just once during the week. Workshift assignments can be anything from helping people move into or out of the dorms to helping parents in the dining hall by carrying plates and drinks for their children. Many people enjoy their volunteer time and sign up for more than one slot, but that isn't required. Be sure to review the Workshift sign-up sheet early so you get your first choice on the volunteer activity that you want to do. It's not possible for us to know what COVID or COVID guidelines will be like in July. What we do know is the guidelines that were in place last weekend for Winter Institute, and we're sharing those with you here. We will keep all registrants clearly informed of any changes to the COVID-19 protocols as they apply to Summer Institute. We will be requiring vaccines for those eligible, and at this time we expect masking to be required indoors and when social distancing cannot happen. Please check back on the CERSI website for updated information as it becomes available. Thank you for joining us for this presentation. This list of links is available to you on the CERSI website, along with many frequently asked questions and their answers. Please feel free to email sichair@cersiuu.org with any additional questions you have. We hope to see you July 10th through 16th at Cal U.